Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. This is Andy Rahn with Montana Land Source with this week's video summary of the Montana Land Report for October 28th, 2020. Here at Montana Land Source, we put out the land report every week. We highlight all the new properties on the market, all the new status changes, as well as any news and events relative to the Montana land market. This week we had 30 property updates total, 2 properties back on the market, going from pending to falling out of contract and going back on the market. We have 9 new listings, although 2 of those are just smaller listings of an existing listing, so really 7 new listings. 6 pending sales, 6 price changes. 4 of those are price decreases and 2 of those are price increases, and 7 sold properties. Again, we're seeing a continued high volume of activity in the Montana land market, plowing right through 2020. In land news, the Montana chapter of the American Society of Farm Managers and Rural Appraisers has received status as a patron chapter. The ASFMRA is the certification agency for rural appraisers in Montana. I myself am a ARA, accredited rural appraiser with that organization. I'm the vice president of the Montana chapter, and it's significant that Montana got this patron status because the society is not well recognized in Montana. There's only a 20 or so accredited ARAs in the state. And we're a small chapter relative to other chapters around the country, so pretty nice honor for us. And it largely stems from, we had a very successful event last year. We've been growing this annual event. It's combining the values update summary that Clark Wheeler from Norman C. Wheeler and Associates has been putting on for 20 plus years. Combining that with some continuing education and essentially creating a annual event, sort of summit for the rural real estate industry, and that's gone really well. Our numbers were fabulous last year, and that's a big part of why we got that recognition. Unfortunately, going into 2020, we're not sure what we're going to do, if anything, for that event. We'd love to continue with that momentum and turn this into an annual kind of off-season. We always have it in January or February. Off-season summit for taking care of continuing ed, getting the industry together, networking, providing education, providing a market summary for the following year and projections for the upcoming year. We may have to take that off this year or do it remotely. We're not sure yet, but regardless, we want to continue that momentum moving forward, and you can read about that on mtlandsource.com. Our newest episode of the Ranch Investors Podcast is out. In this episode, we interviewed Kate Vogel with North 40 Ag. She's a crop consultant, so we dive into the benefits of cropping, cover cropping, talk about diversifying ranching with alternative forage crops and all kinds of interesting things relative to that. She's a great resource. We had a great time recording that podcast. In upcoming events, Northwest Farm Credit Services is putting on a virtual Ag Outlook conference on November 4th. I hear from Northwest Farm Credit Services that these virtual Ag seminars have been very popular this year with COVID and whatnot. That online conference has some state-specific information and data for Montana Ag, so that should be good. That's a free online seminar, so check that out. You can find information again at mtlandsource.com or in this week's land report. And finally, the Billings Farm and Ranch Brokers is having their meeting in a week. We're going to be entirely on Zoom for that because of local COVID outbreaks. The speaker for this month is going to be the new lobbyist that the Billings Association of Realtors has hired for the upcoming Montana legislative session. It's always really interesting and good to hear from these lobby guys and to just get insight and understanding about the legislature, and also have chance to communicate the industry's needs and wants for the upcoming session. That's it for the Montana Land Report. Please go to mtlandsource.com if you'd like to receive the report. It's free. You can sign up there. Please like and share this video with anybody that might be interested. Thank you very much, and we will see you next week.